So we started this business 20 years ago to the day. Happy 20th birthday. We started this business with two of us in the basement of a house on a River Run Drive in Warm Springs, Idaho. And we had no idea what we were getting ourselves into. I certainly wasn't the man for the job, and the lessons, the trials and tribulations that we were about to experience, any rational person would have said, no, thank you. But here we are, we made it. 20 years. Happy birthday.
I will say we had no idea. I was scared. I had a brand new baby and we had no family in town, so I was just trying to figure out how to keep this tiny human alive. And he was trying to figure out how to start a business in the basement while this baby was crying above him. We also started the company because Dad was a broker at another brokerage. We weren't planning on starting our own company, but a best friend was selling everything with his new wife, moving up to Sun Valley to work with Todd, and found out that the brokerage didn't have room for him. Like literally, moving truck was loaded up. They were ready to drive up to Idaho. And so he's like, well, Coldwell Banker's been courting me for a while, so let's start a franchise. And so now he had my mouth to feed, Cole's mouth to feed, and then David and Courtney's mouths to feed. So he definitely had the weight of the world. And I didn't see that. Like I saw baby. That's it. That was my singularity of focus.
So while there's excitement, at the same time, you've got this terror of, what if you aren't the man for the job? What if this doesn't work out? How are you going to feed people? How are you going to make your family proud? And I wanted nothing more than my wife to be proud of me.
It's like he poured all of his energy into the business. I poured all of my energy into Cole, and I guess if we were to look in hindsight, that was kind of the beginning of us kind of inching further apart and going like in our separate lanes, which we did for quite a while. Todd was all in on the business, gone a lot. So I was home with two babies, then eventually a third baby. I was lonely. Our marriage almost didn't make it, like really almost didn't make it. I went to a divorce attorney. I had papers. I even conflicted him out of like 3 other divorce attorneys in the town that we were in I was told were kind of nasty, and I didn't want my husband to have their representation. I mean, that wasn't even just like 1 foot out the door, that, bags were packed, and just that despair and that fear, because I loved him, but I felt we'd just grown so far apart, each of us in our own lanes, me raising tiny humans, him growing the business, traveling every single week. And we had to put on a brave face like we were this, beautiful family that was so blessed and had it so easy and successful and all the things. And I could have given every single thing that we had away, every possession away, just to have a connection with my husband and to have like an actual family unit.
Nobody ever knows. On the surface, it looked like we were growing and we were killing it. The truth was that we were barely getting by, that there were moments that we literally couldn't make payroll, that we were relying on me personally selling just so that we could pay the people. So I would work until about 6 o'clock on Thursday night, and then I would get in the car and I'd drive 10 hours home. And so just so that I could be there Friday morning when the kids woke up, I was there in body, but not in spirit. I used to have an Atlas statue on my desk, and I felt it. I'd see that, and that's exactly how I felt. I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders. And I was afraid that she would look at me differently, that she would be disappointed in me, that she would feel the stress and the fear that I was feeling and experiencing.
Somebody told us this cute line, the secret to staying married for a long time is that both of us didn't want to get divorced at the same time. So when one of us was ready to leave, the other one was hanging on to God and hanging on to the other. There was a point we had $270 in our bank account. Payroll was due the next day or the next week. There was a time when, when I was ready to file divorce papers, everything, like we get right up to the line. The enemy wants to win so bad, and God would not let him, because he didn't leave us once. get really close to God, because he's going to sustain you. He's the only thing that's going to get you through this, because you will be tested in this world. You will have trials, but fear not, I've overcome the world. God always finds a way. He always provides. He's always there on the other side of whatever struggle you're going through.
I was in Wyoming. I was driving between Idaho and Colorado, and I was literally crying in the car because I just didn't know what else to do. I had run out of any ideas. I was completely and totally exhausted, away from my family, and I didn't have any more solutions. I had read everything, I had listened to everything, I had asked for help, I had literally exhausted everything. And God spoke to me and said, hey, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. You were put here to change other people's businesses. You weren't here to build yours. And that was literally the moment that changing lives became the mantra of our organization. And it changed everything. And ever since that moment, a couple of hiccups along the way, but ever since that moment, our trajectory from a company has been nothing but up. And it's all because the focus has been on agents and staff and how we could make their businesses, their lives, their marriages better.
I feel like we've had so many of those God moments where we had $270 in our bank account, and then Todd miraculously remembered this envelope in a rusty filing cabinet that had been moved like 17 times from each of our crappy rentals that had $7,000 in cash. The number 7 in the Bible is completion and perfection. So God just gave us all these signs, but we have enough stories and enough wins where I'm like, oh my gosh, we didn't see God, feel God, hear God, but we see it now a year later, 2 years later, 10 years later. We just graduated that kid with special needs by the grace of God. His hand is just in everything. The devil yells and God whispers because he's so close. And so I just listen for the whispers. A lot better now.
All of the struggles that we went through were all preparing us to be able to do something bigger and better and more impactful. So they were hard, but there's a lot of people that go through a lot of hard in life. The question is whether or not you see it as a gift from God or whether you see it as a curse from the devil. When I stopped doing what Todd wanted and started listening to what God wanted, things changed. She was my superpower this whole time, and I didn't know it. And it wasn't until we shattered, we broke that box, and we started working together that things really exploded in a really good way, and both spiritually, family-wise. And I tell you what, you get two people together, and what you can accomplish is exponentially more than 1 + 1.
Right, we definitely had to learn to lean into each other's strengths a lot more. You need to have someone whose head is in the clouds and someone else whose feet is on the ground. I mean, so it took us a very long time to realize that we complement each other perfectly. It's not an accident. God definitely put us together on purpose. I get to believe in others more than they believe in themselves and help them realize potential that they didn't even know they had. That's like the greatest gift of leadership I can even imagine.
This is literally why I was put on this planet. It wasn't to be a leader, it wasn't to be an entrepreneur. It was literally to help other people see what was possible. I believe so much in other people that this is not a talent-based thing. Like you don't have to have an IQ that's off the charts to be able to be somebody special, to change other people's lives.
You can teach skill, but you can't teach heart. We are a company founded by a high school dropout. We believe in heart and soul.
And it's not us changing lives anymore. It's this entire organization. So it could be tens of thousands of people who have had their life changed all because of this drumbeat within this organization, this culture. We're here to change lives. The first person's life that needs to be changed is sitting in your chair. And we are living proof of that.
Failure taught me to have gratitude more than success ever could teach me gratitude. And like, it is our mission. Like, we want to share every single lesson. We've learned so many lessons, the hard way, the expensive way, the painful way. And we love to share those with others because I don't want anybody else to learn those same lessons the hard way like we did.
I have never been the man for the job. and I had to become the man for the job. And I just look back and all of the struggles that we went through were all preparing us to be able to do something bigger and better and more impactful.
We lost everything, every possession, and we built it right back. So at that point, it's like, well, we did it once, we did it twice, we could do it again. So if everything is stripped away from us, I have my husband that I'm madly in love with, and we have these 3 beautiful boys. And what else matters? Nothing.
I hope that they learned that there's nothing more rewarding than chasing after God and building a great family, and that the business is just sort of a lagging indicator of who the men that they have become.
Never, ever, ever, ever give up. And chase after God, as you said.
Not intentionally, but intentionally being role models for other people so that they can see, hey, you can literally have it all. You can be a disciple of Jesus. You can build a badass family who's looking to have an impact, to make their business impactful.
What a freaking ride. Thank you to everybody who's been with us along the journey. You have blessed our family more than you know. The experiences that we've had with you, the memories that we have with you, the memories we will be making in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Just thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We really wouldn't be here today without all of you. And we definitely have the best agents and the best staff. And we are just so incredibly grateful for all of you, and so blessed by the Lord that He's allowing us to continue doing what we are so passionate about doing, which is to change lives.